Hello everyone, it's Darla at Scrap Happens here with Tuesday's tip. Today I want to show you how I made the sand dollars using the Seaside Wishes stamp set. Well, I'm not going to stamp on this part, but along with the hybrid embossing folder, here's the stamps and the dies that go along with it. So I want to show you how I did this. They're so realistic looking. I love this card. We're doing it in my classes for July. My last one is tomorrow in Reading at the Crafters Mall if you'd like to join me, 10 o'clock. In Reading, that's Reading, California. Anyways, I want to show you how simple it is to make this beautiful card. So I have the stamp set, which I'm not going to use until I do the sentiment on the card. But I'm just going to show you how I did the background. I did pre-cut. I've been camping in my trailer, and to save time in class, I pre-cut a bunch of these. And I cut the 3 sizes. I'll show you how easy that is to do too. But I'm going to start with, this is a step they'll be doing in class, and they'll end up with this. And to cut it out, you simply take this die and you can cut it all at the same time. You can cut it like this, but you can cut it all at the same time with the hybrid embossing folder. So let me get started and I'll show you. First of all, you're going to start with the Stampin' Up label on top. And that is the part that you want to ink. And I used gray granite. I know, I thought crumb cake would be the best. It'd be more of a sand color, but I really didn't like how it turned out. I have a sample. I mean, it turned out fine, but it was a little darker, and sand dollars are not that dark. So I changed it to the gray granite, and I took my blending brush and my gray granite ink, and I'm just gonna ink each of those 3 sand dollars. And first I'll show you how to cut them out. You're going to take your die and you're just going to lay it right on top there. And then you're going to put your, I'm using thick basic white cardstock. And I'm going to take my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Let me move the ink. And I have the base, number 1 here, and then I'm going to put my hybrid embossing folder with the die inside of there. Oh, it looks like maybe it slipped. Let me look. Okay, it had slipped. So I'm going to put the paper back down, and I'm going to put it on top of the base, and then I'm going to take plate number 4, and I'm going to run it through my cut and emboss machine. And there you have it. 3 cut pieces. I'm going to put this one in the medium-sized one in my pile for class tomorrow. And then I have a baggie of each of these sizes for future cards. Now I'm gonna do this again, and I forgot to cut my cardstock, so bear with me while I cut it. I'm gonna cut it the size of my card, which is going to be 3 3/4 by 5. Give me just a second. I could have done this afterwards, but it's easier to just have a bunch of them cut. 3 3/4 by 5. Have them cut, and then you can do a whole bunch at once. So again, I'm going to take my embossing folder, and I want the Stampin' Up symbol, Stampin' Up label, on top. I'm going to take my my blending brush, ink it up with gray granite ink. And then I'm going to carefully lay this so that it covers all of the sand dollars. And this time I'm not going to put a die in it, but I am going to use my #1 plate, the embossing folder, and the #4 plate. Now, when you put your embossing folder, you want to be sure you put the folded end in first, because they will break if you put them in sideways or the open end first. And ask me how I know that. Yes, I've done it a few times, so I didn't learn the first time. So hopefully you can learn from my mistakes. And then I'm gonna just run it through my embossing folder, or my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And here I have a beautiful base for my card. Isn't that beautiful? Now I'm leaving, I have a class tomorrow. I just got home Monday from camping on the coast of California, and I have a class tomorrow, and then Thursday I'm leaving to go camping on the coast of Oregon. So next week I'm gonna do a video on how I did this coral and the starfish. It's a really fun swiping technique that we're doing in class, but I'm gonna make a video to show you next Tuesday. But here is the base for the card. Isn't it beautiful? I just love it. And then they'll, put another sand dollar on, do the coral and the starfish, and add their sentiment, and of course, some linen thread. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am in love with this bundle, and I'm sure everybody that gets it loves it. So I hope you'll give it a try. I hope you'll give this card a try. If you have other ideas, please share them. And follow me on Facebook and on Instagram and on my blog, scraphappensherewithdarla.com. And I will see you next week with another Tuesday's tip. Bye. Have a great day.